Hey guys, welcome to this week's video. I want to talk about 2022, and it's been an amazing year. We did all kinds of stuff, and I just want to do a recap of some of my favorite moments of 2022, some of the stuff I recorded, and probably some of the stuff that you missed, because when I recorded a lot of this stuff I was pretty small, not many people saw it, but I figured I'd throw it in this video because they have a special place in my heart, and let's go over that. So the first video is going to be our first camping trip. That video was a blast, and a little background, with that being our first trip with the tent, it got a little bit stressful. I've never even opened this tent at that time, and when we hopped into it, we didn't even know how to find a camping spot. We were looking, we booked one, we didn't know where it was at, we just kind of guessed, and then we were just driving around looking for it, and then I realized I forgot the tent stakes to open up the rain flies. Had to go back, and we were actually just going to scrap the whole idea. But we decided to persevere, keep going, and that was just like a fun, stressful memory. I'm glad we did that. My next favorite video was I think it might have been our second camping trip. If you catch a theme here, I really enjoyed camping this year. Well, this camping trip we picked a random spot. I actually picked this camping spot out. It wasn't my favorite spot because it was like inside of a campground and we had to pay for it. Not really my thing, but it was pretty there. We were the only people there because it was during a week, and it was like springtime, and there was like a creek right next to us, and as a joke we just decided to just jump in it. Very cold, but it's one of those things that are just a memory, and I had a great time doing that. The third video is probably one of the coolest spots in PA. This is Bald Eagle State Forest. A ton of things to look at, mountains, all kinds of places. We spent, I think, 2 or 3 days there, and it was just a blast. We just drove around, saw some cool stuff, camped out, and just had a really good time enjoying the wilderness. The next video is going to be our beach trip. Now these aren't in any order, you know, these are just mostly in order from when they were recorded to, you know, the end of 2022. The beach trip was a blast. We spent a week down there. We didn't do too much camping, but I did some vlogging style content just to show you guys of us driving on the beach and stuff. We spent like one night camping, and then we were in a hotel room the rest of the night. You know, it was vacation. I would like to spend more time camping out on the beach, but the way the Outer Banks was set up, you had to go to a special island to camp there, which was an extra 2-hour drive, and you know, away from all the restaurants and stuff. And Ashley wasn't really wanting to do that, especially because we don't really have an AC system and sleeping in the hot. You know, it was July at Outer Banks, pretty hot. But I had so much fun on that trip. You can check that video out right here. When we went down to West Virginia, I had so much fun. It was on a whim. We planned this in like one day. We were actually like just wanting to get out of the house. I ended up taking an extra day off work, and I was like, let's just go somewhere. We couldn't find any camp spots local because they just changed the rules in PA to where it costs actual, you know, a good bit of money to camp in primitive spots in the state forest, which was upsetting. I'm not going to get into that right now because, you know, I'm still upset about that. But we decided to go out of state randomly, about 3 hours down to West Virginia. I picked a random national forest, which has free primitive camping if you can find it. I bought a map from Purple Lizard, and we just ended up driving around just doing random stuff for 3 days, 4 days. Different camping spots, just checking out West Virginia, Seneca Rocks. And Ashley says that's her favorite trip of all 2022. And I gotta say, it's probably my favorite too, just because I enjoy the random stuff. that's basically, you know, my list of my top favorite moments. Now I have a bunch of favorite moments of working on the truck with my dad and, you know, modding up my truck, helping him mod his truck, and those hold a special part in my heart as well. So I wanted to mention those. Had a great time doing that. Had a great time installing these mods this year, and it's just been fantastic. We're gonna continue building this truck up with the idea of next year hopefully living out of this for a year, driving around, exploring the country more, because that really has my heart. So I hope you guys continue to join me on this crazy adventure of this channel and building this truck up and living in it. Hopefully in 2023 we actually get that goal of living out of this, exploring, and you guys can keep joining us because it's going to be awesome. Now, I don't know when you're watching this, but if you're watching this in the next 9 days, the Tacoma Safe giveaway is still up. You can check that out here as well. You know, if you want to get in and get that free Tacoma Safe, that giveaway is still up. Here's a link to the video. Check that out. Thank you guys for watching this video. Thank you for joining me this 2022. I hope we continue to have a great time on this channel. And I'll see you guys next year. I got to make the joke. I have to. Later, guys.